California's new driving laws are causing outrage and confusion. Are you unknowingly breaking the law and risking thousands in fines? Well, let's break down what you absolutely need to know right now.
You see, the state is rolling out this massive technological enforcement shift, and it's fundamentally changing the paradigm on California's roads. It directly targets your wallet and your daily commute. So today, in this explainer, we're looking at the 2026 legal landscape to keep you safe and, compliant.
All right, here are the 5 key areas we're covering today. The strict no-touch phone ban, automated speed cameras, 20-mile-per-hour school zones, driverless car regulations, and finally, the real financial cost of a ticket.
So, starting with Section 1, the no-touch phone ban and the end of the passive use loophole.
For years, drivers argued that if they were just holding their phone to look at a map and not actively texting, they weren't technically operating it, right? Well, the 2025 California Court of Appeals decision in People v. Porter officially shut that down. The absolute crucial point here is that checking GPS or changing a song while just sitting at a stoplight is now a primary offense. That means an officer doesn't need another reason to pull you over. Simply seeing the device in your hand is enough. Your car is still considered in operation even if you're completely stopped at a red light. Oh, and if you're under 18, you're banned from using any wireless device entirely, even hands-free, no exceptions.
Now, think you're safe just tossing your phone in a cup holder? Think again. Touching it there breaks the law. Resting it on your lap? Illegal. Passenger seat? Yep, illegal. To actually be compliant, it's got to be mounted in the lower corners of your windshield, specifically no more than a 7-inch square on the lower right or a 5-inch square on the lower left. Or you can affix it to your dashboard or center console, just as long as it doesn't block your view.
But wait, even if it's perfectly mounted, there are strict rules on exactly how you touch it. Welcome to the single swipe or tap rule. Basically, this means you must set up your navigation or music before you shift into drive, or you got to rely entirely on voice commands to stay legal. You can tap once to answer a call or activate Siri, but multi-touch actions, stuff like typing in an address, scrolling through Spotify, or reading a text, all strictly prohibited. Let's move right along to Section 2. Automated speed cameras arrive. Say hello to Assembly Bill 645.
This one is a massive shift. Rather than utilizing pretextual stops, this data-driven system quietly records violations without police intervention, and it focuses on high-risk corridors to prevent traffic fatalities. 6 cities are piloting this 5-year program right now, including San Jose, Glendale, and Long Beach. The cameras use radar to measure your speed, snap a photo of your license plate, and then just mail a citation directly to the registered owner. But here's the reassuring news, because they can't prove who is actually driving, these are just civil citations. That means 0 points are added to your DMV record, plus, by law, each program has to have a 60-day warning period where you simply get a notice in the mail before any actual fines are issued.
So take a look at how these penalties escalate based on your speed. Going 11 to 15 miles per hour over the limit, that's a $50 fine. 16 to 25 over is $100. And if you're caught doing 100 miles per hour or more, you're looking at a maximum fine of $500. Now, supporters point to cities like San Francisco, which already saw up to a 72% reduction in speeding during early rollouts, arguing this absolutely saves lives. Critics, on the other hand, argue it's just a revenue-driven money grab. But either way, the cameras are here and they're always watching. Now on to Section 3, 20-mile-per-hour school zones, protecting the most vulnerable. Under Assembly Bill 382, California is aggressively targeting the #1 cause of severe crashes by dropping school zone speeds from 25 miles per hour down to 20. And the state is rolling this out in phases. Phase 1 is actually happening right now. Local governments have the authority to voluntarily drop school zone limits immediately. Actually, some places like Santa Clara have already dropped theirs to 15. So, while the ultimate statewide mandate kicks in automatically by 2031, a lot of cities are taking advantage of this law right now. That means you really need to watch for new signs on your commute immediately. And keep in mind, the definition of a school zone is super broad here. It covers the roadway within 500 feet of school grounds whenever children are present.
This data from the NHTSA provides the absolute life-saving rationale behind these laws. Look at this. If a pedestrian is struck at 20 miles per hour, they have roughly a 5% chance of dying. But if that speed increases to just 30 miles per hour, that fatality risk skyrockets to 40%. The difference between 20 and 25 miles per hour isn't just about saving a few seconds on your commute. It is a dramatic, real-world shift in a child's survival odds.
Next up is Section 4, Driverless Car Regulations. Assembly Bill 1777 finally catches up to the technology.
As we look at the changing landscape of our roads, the state is finally ensuring autonomous vehicles are held to the exact same safety standards as human drivers. Because for a while there was this confusing situation, like if an empty robo-taxi runs a red light, who actually gets the ticket? Well, this new law neutralizes a major gray area, ensuring that as tech companies deploy more autonomous vehicles, manufacturers face direct accountability for infractions. Law enforcement can now issue a notice of non-compliance directly to the manufacturer. Furthermore, by July 2026, any AV operating without a human must have a two-way communication device installed. It's genuinely wild to think about, but this allows first responders at a chaotic scene to call and communicate directly with a remote operator to manage an empty car during an emergency.
Finally, Section 5, the real financial cost, because base fines are really just the beginning. Okay, let's bring all of this back to why this matters to you specifically, because the advertised cost of breaking these laws is highly deceptive. When you hear about a $20 ticket for a first-time cell phone violation, you might think, hey, no big deal. Think again. That staggering number right there, 51%, that is the maximum average insurance premium jump after a cell phone ticket in California. It's the highest premium increase in the entire nation. Because a repeat offense within 36 months adds a point to your license, your insurance provider takes immediate notice. This massive spike could easily cost you over $1,800 in additional insurance costs across just 3 years.
And you know, that's just the insurance. Let's look at the ticket itself, which instantly balloons into a massive financial nightmare once the state tacks on all their hidden assessments. For every $10 of that base fine, California enthusiastically piles on a $10 state penalty, a $7 county penalty, a $5 court construction penalty, and EMS fees. Oh, and a flat $35 court facilities assessment. Add it all up, and that cheap $20 ticket actually costs you up to $162 minimum out of pocket for a first offense. A second offense-based fine is $50, which jumps to nearly $300 after fees.
So, California is undergoing a profound traffic safety paradigm shift. From strict no-touch phone laws to speed cameras blanketing the state's largest cities, we're shifting from traditional patrol stops to an unblinking, technologically mediated environment. Compliance isn't just about safety anymore, it's honestly the only viable strategy to protect your wallet. Are we finally engineering human error out of the driving experience? And at what cost? Think about that the next time you get behind the wheel. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Stay safe, stay compliant, and keep your hands on the wheel.
Over 1 million learners use ABC e-learning apps to pass IT exams. Find us in the bio.